everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dana. I'm the Shrinking Shadow, and it's good to have you here. Today, I'm going to be making a very easy dish. Did you ever think how easy spaghetti is to make? I think most people know how to make spaghetti. You boil the spaghetti, and then you just heat up the sauce, or you make your own sauce. Well, I'm gonna make spaghetti tonight even easier than that. You throw everything in a pan and you throw it in the oven for 30 minutes and you have dinner. So let's get started. Okay, and here we're going to start with a whole box of regular spaghetti. Nothing fancy, great value. I guess you could use really any spaghetti. I never did this recipe before. So I usually get the brown pasta when we do have pasta, but because I seen it done with regular white pasta, I figured I would just get what the person had that I seen make this. So, okay, so the person that I seen make this dumped a bunch of olive oil all over the spaghetti. Well, I ain't doing that. So what I'm gonna do is go to the next step. He put sauce in there. And what I do, you can use whatever sauce, hope you can see this. I get this sauce in the can, usually, unless I make my own, because it doesn't have oil. Yes, it does have salt, but it doesn't have oil. And that is really hard to find in a spaghetti sauce. And it's a pretty good sauce. So I'm gonna just dump that over the raw spaghetti noodles. And it makes me a little bit leery about it because I'm sure the oil helps cook the noodles. So we shall see. We'll see how this turns out, right? So I'm gonna go and put in, you can use any veggies you want. If you don't like mushrooms, then don't do mushrooms. Put something else in that you do like. You can put really any veggie in here, but we love mushrooms. We eat a lot of mushrooms. So I'm gonna throw those in there. And then I'm gonna put some just raw tomatoes, little cherry tomatoes that I cut in half. Just put them over top. Oh. Got some in the dish. No wasting here. No wasting. And then I cut up an orange bell pepper just because I had it and it just adds color. I like our food to be pretty, which most of the time it is actually because we eat plant-based most of the time. And with plants, you always get pretty food. All right. Now, this is chopped up fresh basil. I chopped it up some time ago, so it's starting to get a little dark. So we're gonna throw that on there. And we love fresh basil. We love the flavor of it. Okay. And with any spices that you like, you can put on. This is garlic powder, which I use garlic and onion powder on just about everything I make. You could put fresh garlic in this, but I was a little lazy and didn't cut it up, so I just figured I would use the garlic powder. And then some oregano, which we love oregano too. Lots of oregano. All right. That's all there is to it, guys. Now we're gonna stick it in the oven for 30 minutes and hope that it cooks without that oil dumped all over it. So we shall see. Be right back. All right, before we go and stick it in the oven, I did forget one main ingredient. That is 2 cups of hot water. So I just dumped that in there. Hopefully that and the sauce is what's gonna cook the noodles. We shall see. Okay guys, this is how it turned out. actually turned out not to be a quick spaghetti dish, to be honest. After the 30 minutes, I pulled it out and the spaghetti wasn't cooked. So I put in a little more sauce and a little bit more water, maybe a cup of each. And I stuck it back in the oven for another 30 minutes. Now the spaghetti is cooked. There were pieces that were kind of like clumped together, if you know what I mean. But for the most part, it's done. And it actually looks pretty good. So normally I would have my own plant-based cheese sauce already made in the refrigerator. If you want to see a video on that, I have a video on that. I think it might be under my playlist it says something about my recipes. You can have a look at that. It's made from oats and all natural ingredients. It's delicious. I also make it a different way, which I can make another video on how I make it with potatoes and carrots. And it's a cheese sauce, guys. It's so good. It's so cheesy and thick. But unfortunately, I don't have cheese to put on this, my cheese sauce to put on this. I normally would. So I got to cheat. I got Daya. This is vegan shreds. I'm going to sprinkle that on top, throw it back in the oven until that is nice and melty, and go from there. I'll show you in a minute. So here's the end result. I stuck it in the oven for 10 more minutes after I added the cheese, and that is what we have. Looks pretty good now. Like I said, I usually use my homemade cheese sauce, but I didn't have any on hand. And every now and then we will buy the vegan cheese. Not very often, but when it's on sale here and there, we'll buy a bag just to have in the fridge as a backup. If you are someone that does use oil, I would recommend putting oil on the raw spaghetti if you want to make this dish. If you don't use oil like myself, this does work, but it's not quicker than just cooking spaghetti in a pot. But this does look good, and the veggies that are in it and all the spices and stuff, I can't wait to try this. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see what it's like, what it looks like when it's plated up. And here it is, plated up. Doesn't look too bad. I think it looks yummy, and it smells really good. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please like the video, and please consider subscribing to my channel. We would love to have you back. There's more recipes like this coming, more dessert recipes coming, and I'd like to grow my channel, and liking my videos and subscribing will help me do that. All right, guys, until the next time, have a good one.